Hey guys, it's Bailey from Making Up the Midwest, and this is going to be a tutorial for 2 looks using Makeup Forever's new artist shadows. They sent me a few recently and I'm excited to show you the looks I came up with, so let's get started. Step number 1 for the first look is to go into shade I-526. It's kind of a light iridescent lilac shade, and I'm brushing that starting on my inner corner and sweeping that all the way to about the center of my lid. Both of the looks in this video were created without using a primer beforehand. The gel powder formula makes them apply so smoothly and evenly that you just don't need it to get an awesome application. Next, I'm doing some blending with shade M806. I'm running that through the crease. The letters at the beginning of these shade names actually indicates their finish. Of the 210 shades in this entire line, there are 5 different finishes. M, as you can imagine, stands for matte, so this is a matte pink that I just put in my crease. The next shade is probably one of my most favorite. It's a diamond finish. It's D104 and it's a beautiful deep black, super pigmented. I'm just taking a small detail brush and putting that in my outer corner and running it slightly through my crease to add some dramatic definition. Then I'm going in with the matte shade that I was just using before, and I'm kind of blending and filling in the region between the first shade I laid down and that deep black. The only thing left to do to finish the shadows in this eye look is really just blend before you move on to Makeup Forever's Aqua Smoky Extravagant Mascara. This is the waterproof version, and this taper wand really helps to get in the inner lashes and help flare out the outer lashes. Moving on to foundation, I'm using Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet Plus and applying that all over. Onto concealer, I am using the lightest shade in this 5-pan concealer palette to conceal any dark circles I have in my under eye area, and then I'm going one shade deeper to conceal any blemishes I have around the rest of my face. Onto the contour, I'm going into a matte bronzer with a straight edge brush, and I'm using that to first really sculpt the side of my cheekbones, and then from there I will blend downwards to create a much more natural transition. Then for blush, I'm actually going back into the shade M806. Both the texture of the shadow and the size of the pans make them really great for using as face products as well. And then last to finish this look up is an aqua lip in the shade 2C. I'm using this to both line and fill my lips, and it's a great nude to balance the somewhat smokier eyes, but it has a hint of pink in it to really pull from the pinks in the eye look. And that is everything you need to create this simple, sweet, and smoky eye look. The next look uses some more creative eyeshadows. If you want to see how to get this hot pink look, let's get started. First, I'm going in with a somewhat small detailer brush into the shade I-858, an iridescent hot pink, and I'm using that to pack the color all over the lids. And remember, like I said, I'm not using any primer in this look, so what you see is what you get with pigmentation. It's just insane. Up next, I'm flipping that same brush over and going into the shade ME406, a metallic finish that is a bright gold shade, and I'm using that as my inner corner highlight, really making sure to blend that into the pink. Up next is more of a definition shade. This is another matte shadow in M608. I'm using it to create the outer V shape and blend it into the crease as well. Once I laid that shade down, I went in with a blending brush to make sure there were no harsh edges, especially in the crease. Then last for shadows, I'm going back into that diamond black shade, and I'm using it as a liner this time around to add some definition to my upper lash line and create a slight flick. After a few coats of the same mascara and the same foundation and concealer routine as I did in the last look, I'm going in with a deeper foundation shade for my contour routine this time around. I'm using a foundation brush, swiping that in my contour, which looks very harsh right now, but after blending through the hollows of my cheeks, up through my temples, and down beneath my jawbone, it looks nice and natural. For blush this time around, I am once again dipping into the eyeshadow I am wearing on my eyes. I'm just lightly applying that to the tops of my cheekbones so there's some nice color continuity throughout the look. And last are the lips. Once again, I'm using an aqua lip. This one is in the shade 16C, a super hot pink, and I am lining and filling my lips yet again. And that's it. That's everything you need to create these looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more swatches and learn more about these shadows, please check out the blog post linked below. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!